Hi guys, the Tory government has a two-tiered approach to challenges. Invent a plan, but really outsource the responsibility to others. In 2010, the population of the United Kingdom increased by about 4.3 million people. However, the number of GPs in England increased from about 48,000 in 2010 to just over 54,000 in 2021. This means that there's a critical shortage of GPs and GP appointments. So what's the plan to deal with it? Well, to tell people to go to the pharmacy instead. So you can probably imagine the problems with this approach already.
So we're going to invest £645 million over the next couple of years in introducing what is effectively a new NHS service. It's called Pharmacy First. And it means that you'll be able to go to your community pharmacist and get treatments that you can only get through your GP today. So for quite a lot of different common conditions like really sore throats or earache, or sinusitis, or things like impetigo shingles, or things like an infected insect bite or a urinary tract infection, you'll be able to go to your pharmacist. They will do a diagnosis on you, do a consultation, and potentially also, if you've got a problem, prescribe antibiotics as well. So a whole bunch of things that you have to go for your GP to today, you'll be able to do at your pharmacist in the future, and it's going to roll out later this year. And we think it will save something in the order of 15 million GP appointments. So as well as being a really convenient way of getting treated, so you can just go to your pharmacist, it'll also take the pressure off GPs a bit and free up more GP appointments.
Okay, just a few questions about this. Well, first of all, pharmacists also provide this type of service already, but if you have a common cold, you go in there and they'll give you something. But in this, what he's suggesting is that pharmacists will be taking over from GPs to a certain extent. Now, the core problem here is that there's a lack of GPs. So instead of actually fixing that problem, recruiting more GPs, bringing in GPs from abroad, training up more GPs, the solution is, well, we'll just send people to the pharmacy. Now, in another story I covered a couple of weeks ago, there's a shortage of pharmacies. Pharmacies are closing because of the costs related to their operations. So if the Tory government solution is, okay, we have a shortage of GPs and people are waiting too long for a GP's appointment, so we're going to give pharmacists the ability to basically write prescriptions to themselves. But if there aren't enough pharmacies, and what sort of training do pharmacists have to do this job? I'm not a doctor. I don't know the abilities pharmacists have, but there's a clear difference between a pharmacist and a GP. And this is, once again, offloading responsibility onto somebody else. Instead of actually recruiting the GPs necessary, training them up, investing in the NHS, in NHS GPs, what are they doing? They're saying, well, let's let the private sector deal with this. Let the pharmacies deal with it. But the pharmacies are already overloaded. We saw as well how they're struggling to get the medicines they need. So you're going to have a lot of people not go to the GP, but go to the pharmacy, and then the pharmacist is going to try and do the job of the GP. Am I understanding this correctly? This is insane. The core problem, as I said, is invest in GPs. Train up more. Invite more from abroad. But the Tories don't want to do that. Is it this Brexit mentality once again? Keeping racists and bigots happy at the expense of the general public? Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.